You've probably forgotten words that someone else still remembers. Read with me from James 3. Consider what a great forest is set on fire by a small spark. The tongue also is a fire. James invites us to imagine a forest fire. Not a raging inferno that appears out of nowhere, but a fire that begins with something small, with a spark. Something seemingly insignificant, something easily overlooked. And most of us understand this intellectually. We know that words matter. Yet James presses us to consider how often the deepest wounds in our lives were not caused by fists, accidents, or disasters, but by words. A sentence spoken in anger, a careless remark, a criticism delivered without compassion. Words spoken years ago that somehow still echo in our minds today. At the same time, many of us can remember words that gave us life. A teacher who believed in us, a parent who encouraged us, a friend who spoke hope into a difficult season, a mentor who helped us see possibilities we could not see ourselves. I still remember, in thinking of the impact of words, I still remember something an art teacher said to me when I was in primary school. The interesting thing is that it wasn't cruel, it wasn't harsh. In fact, I don't think it was intended negatively at all. I can't remember the exact words anymore, but I remember the conclusion I drew from them. Somewhere along the way, I decided, I'm not artistic, I can't paint. And I carried that belief. Looking back, I'm quite sure my teacher never intended to shape my self-understanding in that way. The comment may have been forgotten as soon as it was spoken, yet it stayed with me. And that's one of the reasons wisdom matters so much when we think about how we use our words. We don't always control how our words are received, but James reminds us that our words carry more weight than we often realize. They can shape how people understand themselves, what they believe is possible, and even what they believe God might be able to do through them. Sometimes the speaker forgets the words. The listener remembers them for years. Words have consequences because words shape meaning. They influence how we understand ourselves, others, and God. Wisdom begins with recognizing this reality. Wisdom understands that words are never neutral. Every word we speak has the potential to wound or to heal, to discourage or to encourage, to divide or restore. Before we speak, wisdom asks, what kind of spark am I about to release? What words from your past do you still carry with you today? What words have you spoken recently that may have left a deeper impact than you realized? Throughout today, pause before speaking and ask, what kind of spark am I about to release? Pay particular attention to conversations with those closest to you. Notice how often a small word of encouragement, gratitude, patience, or kindness can change the atmosphere around you.